am I looking for today? Starting off on Nasdaq. Yesterday we had this big sell-off from taking out this high time frame buy side liquidity. The market completely rejected it and sold off in a really big way. Today that's kind of left me in a position where I don't have a strong bias either way, and I'm going to briefly explain why. Because I think two things could be true. The first of all is that now we have taken out this 4-hour liquidity underneath over here. What could happen now is we then see a reversal, a 4-hour fractal structure shift, or a 1-hour fractal structure shift, and then a reversal and into some more longs, because we do have some equal highs now been left over here on Nasdaq from where we took out this buy side liquidity, but we didn't take out 25513. But then the alternative is that now we've broken out of this box that we were in pretty much all of last week and much of this week. Then what could happen is now we've taken this buy side liquidity, we are going to see a proper flush down and take out the sell side liquidity, these ascending lows that have been building up over here. I'm probably leaning towards the latter rather than the former, with a fundamental basis to that as well, with people still being kind of concerned about AI spending. But of course, being an intraday trader, it doesn't matter too much. I think it's good to understand the context, but at the end of the day, I don't know where the market's going to go, so it doesn't matter too much. And when you're intraday trading, it's just about trading over 1 or 2 hours. Can you get a move from one set of liquidity to the opposing set of liquidity? And therefore you can take longs and you can take shorts regardless of a high time frame context. But for this specific session, what am I looking for? Well, if you were trading London session, then you had a really good short up here. But now the only way I can see myself getting into a move is if at this previous day low, we get a bullish swing failure pattern, and then you could take a long towards these relatively equal highs. That's the only move I can see for myself. But further shorts aren't for me because I don't like trading a continuation. So I've missed this short move, and now the only way I can get into a position today is if we get a rejection of those lows, as I just mentioned. On ES, it's very similar, where we've actually now already taken the previous day low, and so far we've seen no signs of rejecting it. However, you never know. We're going to give it another hour, another 2 hours, and see what happens if you get a bullish swing failure pattern. Although on ES, I further support the idea of us taking out these ascending lows, so that kind of fits into that short narrative I was just talking about. So again, like Nasdaq, only scenario I can see myself getting into a trade on either of these instruments is if we get a bullish SFP, which at the moment isn't looking likely, but things can change. So that's really all I have to say for these two pairs. When you look at these highs that we've left behind, I kind of right now view it, if I go to like a 4 hour, I kind of view these highs that we've left here just beneath the weekly open. I see that as a bump in the road that has happened from a sell-off, which we might come back to liquidate over the next couple of weeks. But for now, I don't see it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Some news has just come out because we've just seen the market go back and forth a bit there. But that's all I have to say about those. Gold, there's nothing much. We've just seen a big move to the upside. And if you were in a position from London session, then again, congratulations. It looks like we are going to be taking out this buy side liquidity, but at least we've at least taken out Wednesday's high, because we've been trading inside of this box for the past few days. I kind of got burnt a little bit by gold trying to trade this range. So I'm going to sit back now and let it happen. Now we've taken this Wednesday high. Again, the only move is if either at this high time frame buy side liquidity or at this Wednesday high, we get a bearish swing failure pattern. That is the only move for me, although I don't like taking a short, because I think if you're looking at the higher time frame market structure, I think longs look all right. However, we do have, like on Nasdaq, we do have ascending lows, which perhaps we might take out. So again, I'll just wait for price action to tell me what's going to happen. But no longs for me today now on gold. The only way is if we get a rejection of those highs. On the euro, a very similar way to the other things I've just covered about how we've been trading inside of this box. So this has basically been a box at the moment. Still have a high time frame target, this daily liquidity low that I've marked out down there. That's still where I would like to deliver to. However, based on the fact that we have already taken some internal liquidity over here, if we were to, let's say, break out and take out this high and hold above it, then I think you could potentially see some longs play out to this. I'll mark it out here right now to this high all the way up here. However, with that liquidity low I've marked out beneath me still intact, what I would really like to see is a breakout of this box that we've been in to where this buy side liquidity is marked on my chart. I'd like us to take it out, and then we can sell off from there if we get a bearish swing failure pattern. That is what my thinking is with the euro. But at the moment, when we're inside of this box, obviously I'm not going to be trading it because I think it's just low probability stuff. So I can't see myself getting into any positions today outside of a potential NQ long if we reject. So it's probably going to be a quiet Friday, which isn't always a bad thing. But yeah, I'll be prepared in case something does happen, but expectations are low.